Hey, what's up, everybody? My name is Tyrone. I am a 2024 spokesmodel for the HIV Stops With Me campaign. And January's question of the month is from an advocacy perspective, what do you hope to bring to the 2024 campaign that is uniquely you? So for me, I don't intend on bringing anything differently. As I said in my December question of the month, I plan on continuing my advocacy to reach young adults that don't know how they can contract HIV. So I also know that I need to have conversations with them because as me being an older adult, I know, and we all know that terms have changed. Like in the last question of the month, I said, someone asked me if you were cuddling, could you contract HIV? But since then, I've had other conversations, and what cuddling means to me is different to them right now. Like, I'll give you an example. Like in my days, SOB meant son of a bitch. SOB now means stand on your business. So my interpretation of cuddling when I spoke to these young adults was just cuddling, hugging, and stuff like that. But cuddling these days have different meanings. So my plan for 2024 is to have more diverse and intense conversations with young adults to get a better understanding of their language and ask more questions about when they say X, Y, and Z, well, what does that look like to you? Because what it looks like to them may not be the same for me. So I plan on being more intense with my questioning of young adults. So as I said before, I can stand by and stand on my answers to questions. But in order to do that, I need to be intentionally sure about what I'm answering. So I need to have these young adults be intentional on their answers, and I need to be intentional and more direct on my questions. What I mean by that is I may need to ask more direct questions and open-ended questions. And what I mean by open-ended questions, I need to ask questions where they can explain more about what they're speaking about, because I can't assume anymore. Because the times have changed, so my mindset also has to change. Like, I can't just think when a person says something, okay, this is what they mean. Times have changed, it's a new generation now. And as the generations before us have changed, the generations behind us, their languages are changing, even more so now. You know what I'm saying? So I have to be more open and ask more open-ended questions to get a full understanding of what they mean when they ask questions, so I can answer more precisely and more directly and give them answers for their generation that I wouldn't give to my generation. So I can't say that's unique about me because I don't know what other spokesmodels are going to do that. But what's unique about me is that, for me, what I can say is that I'm intent on speaking to young adults and understanding them, and speaking to the parents of these young adults and understanding the questions that they may get that they can't answer, where they're comfortable to come ask me, so I can be knowledgeable and give them answers that will fit the situations that their kids are asking them. Instead of just a general answer, I can be more intent with my answers. And the only way I can do that is by speaking to other young adults. Excuse me. It's not COVID enough. Yeah, I'm just choking. It's hot in here and shit. My language. But just being more intent with my answers and speaking more openly and directly with young adults to get the answers that I need. And even speaking to young adults and learning their language so that I can respond more accurately to other young adults and even other people because I'm sure parents are responding like I respond to their kids, not understanding that it's a different generation now. So what they may say to us, we may interpret as one way, and they may mean a whole different thing. So what's unique about me is I plan on learning things from this new generation and being able to apply my answers to their questions in their language. You know what I'm saying? So I'm a work in progress, and like we started this conversation, and we can't be content with it because progress is not the end of all things. So progress is a start. And I'm willing to start that conversation. I've had started that conversation. And for 2024, I think what's unique about me is that I'm not changing anything. I'm going to stick by my people and continue these conversations, because I'm not going to leave them by the wayside. I'm not going to leave them hanging like, well, we started these conversations. Now all of a sudden you have a new campaign and it's a new, no, for 2024, I'm going to continue those conversations I had in 2023 and follow up and educate these parents and these kids and have them educate me so I can move forward in a meaningful way where my dialogue is understood by young adults, older adults, and maybe bridging the gap. You know what I'm saying? So I think, yeah, that's probably the answer. What's going to be unique about me is that I'm going to focus on bridging the gap with the older generation and the younger generation as far as having conversations about health, about HIV, about STDs, and just about sex and sexual conversations in a positive way. You know what I'm saying? I think for me, I'm going to move into a conversation of acceptance for parents and for children, because these days it's different. In our days, things weren't as acceptable as they are now. So now this younger generation is more about acceptance, and it's no judgment, there's no stigma, it's just about acceptance. So I'm moving into learning about acceptance and teaching the older generation as I learn about acceptance and language. You know what I'm saying? So this is the first question of the month. If you watch my December question, this is a continuation of that and some things I've learned over that, what's been about 30 days, maybe 20 days, some things that I've learned in this last month. And for 2024, I want to bring forward things that I'm learning from the new generation so that we all can move forward as far as speaking to the younger generation, speaking to the older generation, but using the right language that's acceptable and respected. So yeah, I think that's it for me for the first question of the month for 2024. I hope everybody's having a good new year. If you're not, February 1st is coming. Start the new year February 1st, you know what I'm saying? But also watch out for our questions for the next month, and have a good night, and let's just be respectful of each other and learn to be acceptable of each other, you know, because it's so much craziness going in the world right now. Let's just learn to be acceptable, understanding, and just hear each other. And when I say hear each other, let's listen to each other, because you can listen to a person and not hear what they say, because you can listen to respond, but let's listen to each other to hear what they have to say before we respond. You know what I'm saying? And on that note, well, I'm ready to take a night. On that note, you know what I'm saying? Let's have a good night. And we have our campaign launching soon, so stay tuned to the website, hivstopswithme.org. You know what I'm saying? We got a lot of things coming out. We're going to be doing a lot of events throughout the New York State area. So stay tuned, and I'll see you all next month. Thank you. Have a good night.